ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Episode 3, Everyday Gems Podcast. We here, fellas. What's up? How y'all feeling? Y'all good?
Hey, sir. We here, man.
All right. Lennon, you straight?
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. What we got a all-star break tonight?
Yeah, we got the dunk contest, 3-point contest, and all that. Steph Curry against what's the girl name? Sabrina. What her name?
I can't think of the young lady's name.
We know what you're talking about.
Well, yeah, Steph and the best 3-point shooting female out there. Yeah, so they having a one-on-one 3-point contest.
How was the game last night? It's the celebrity game.
Man, I was eating pizza.
Word.
That's all I'm gonna say. But Puka Nacua
Yeah.
was out there banging on people.
I got you. Puka Nacua was there, and he is him. And Michael Parsons put up like 40 shots. He was wilding. He was wilding. I was like, yo,
Going
trying to go.
What about the
Yeah, he
homie
really
Keith
was.
Lee, yo? The dude who do all the food reviews, man. What he
I didn't
had?
see Keith. I know Kai Cenat did not get the ball. He was wide open
Why is he famous?
because he's a streamer, Twitch streamer.
Is that the dude to be playing video games or something?
Nah, he just be streaming and like with the homies
No,
and all
Keith
that.
didn't play. He played another game. He was in something else.
He was at the Pro Bowl.
Yeah. Because I didn't watch it.
know
I
this
got you.
That guy. Ain't that the guy that said something against? Was that the dude that said something against Killer Mike, or that's somebody else?
Nah, he was wondering why he young though. He ain't gonna know about no.
Yeah,
Killer
he was
Mike.
caping for Travis Scott.
Yeah,
That's
he was
right.
like, how did this win over? But I expect Kai Cenat not to know about Killer Mike because it's not his. It's not his demo. But yeah, he didn't get the ball. I know in that game he was wide open, like he was jumping up and doing all this. Yeah, he was Mike, so you could hear it. It's like Michael just throw him the ball. Michael like, nah, I'm gonna go ahead and kick
Going
it.
somewhere else with it.
We
Looking
gonna
like
ro-
Uzi Vert out
move-
there on the
ball
court.
movement for real. Like, but yeah, it's a celebrity game. It was what it was. But yeah, Puka Nacua.
Y'all excited about the rest of it? What you got? Dunk contest, 3-point contest.
I'm always
The
excited
dunk
for 3-point
contest look
contest.
It looked like nasty.
I'm always excited for 3-point contest because
The skills challenge would be more entertaining than
yeah, it honestly does.
because
But-
the dunk contest is just like
But you have a gym here and there with
Yeah.
the dunk contest because I'm the
You kinda
stigma
gotta get
that
into
the
it.
dunk contest is bad every year just because you don't see the big
It ain't
names
that.
playing in it. That need to go away, bro.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
just
stop.
because it's not LeBron and Giannis in the dunk
first
contest
of
does
all,
not mean this other
Yeah.
players can't dunk.
I
Come
think they
on.
need to stop grading them on. We've seen this before. Like, stop expecting somebody to do a 360.
that's the
from
thing
free
that
throw
kind of
line.
kill it. It's like the
Let's
judging
Stop it.
to me.
Let these dudes dunk it for what it worth.
It's
Now we
like
can't have
David.
what was it, Birdman who had like 12 attempts.
And
Yeah, I get that.
but look,
y'all think it's-
let's not forget the greatest dunk contest of all time was Zach LaVine against Aaron Gordon.
Absolutely.
That was better than Mike and Dominique.
no,
yes, it
I'm
was.
talking about Vince Carter.
the
and
entire
T-Mac.
contest.
Vince, T-Mac, was it Francis in that joint too?
Bruh, that was not.
Bro, them
Yeah.
three was going bang for
I would
bang.
have that at 2.
Zach LaVine
That-
and Aaron Gordon were
that
doing
shit-
stuff we've never seen before and haven't
This
seen
in the
since.
air. I
The
don't know.
man
Yeah,
was
like the
spinning
two
on a
legs.
hoverboard, holding the ball. Aaron Gordon jumped, tucked the ball under his ass, and went up and banged the
Yeah.
jump.
And,
He was in a reclining chair in the air
feet was
and
at a
banged
full stretch.
and almost hit his head on the rim at the same time. Aaron,
His feet was in the air
Zach
like he had
went
saw
from
above.
put the ball, did an East Bay between his legs from the free throw line.
Aaron Gordon
Nah,
literally like
bruh.
tucked.
Aaron Gordon got robbed in this, but I'm still.
He
saying
literally
that
like
was the
had
best
his legs in the
contest.
air like his mom was trying to vacuum up under him or something. Like he was like,
Right.
oh,
Perfect image, bro.
Over a
He was
mascot.
In
On
the air.
your
Do you
hoverboard.
understand?
bro, that was crazy. That was crazy.
you
You think he got robbed both of them or the second one?
Both of them.
Both of them.
Oh,
I was looking
yeah.
at, the memories on Facebook really brings you back to a time in your life, and you see that, and you be like, oh man, I remember this. And I've noticed that, yeah. Aaron
You don't
Gordon
think
got
that
robbed a couple
windmill
of times.
from
That's
the
why he said
from
he's
the
never
free throw
doing it
line he
again.
won it for real? Should have won it for Zach?
No, because Aaron Gordon had all creative dunks. Zach LaVine
I
kept
like
jumping from the
that
free throw
dunk a
line,
lot.
doing different stuff from the
It's
three.
just-
It's the same dunk though.
it's one of the things where it's like he just raised the bar at the moment, and it was just like you did something we hadn't like. You ain't seen nobody try that. Like since it's like, bro, I ain't even.
Do y'all think that these guys that like have these,
Professional dunkers?
just professional
I
dunk,
wouldn't
they
mind
should
it.
do the dunk contest and then
No.
give money for those guys, or you
Can
should
they
still
play
be
basketball?
NBA?
I think you could do that in some other way. I don't know, cause I think people want to see the stars. I don't think they will. I don't think they'll. I think that will only hit a certain audience, like kids that really pay attention to the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like other people ain't gonna really be like, who is this guy dunking? Like, what is he?
These
Unless
professional
he does
dunkers
something
just
like
dunk.
amazing,
Like
then
that's
it's
how they build their dunks off. This is all I do. Them dudes in the NBA, no, you got to play basketball. You can dunk, but
if I agree to the dunk, because I got like a week
yeah,
to come up with something new.
The thing is, you
compared
got
to
to
this guy that
qualify
does
for
this
this
all
Do y'all
contest.
think that those guys in the NBA actually either care or have that deep of a bag as it pertains to just the dunk packages that
when you talking about the stars or just anybody they put in there?
just the basketball NBA players? Do you think that like these kids today have a dunk package that's like that, or it's just they don't care that much
A
about
lot
it?
of them
or
dudes
is
are
it-
game dunkers.
Yes, and I feel that a lot of the big name guys have a fear of losing.
Yeah,
They-
like LeBron,
Yeah.
if he was to ever enter the dunk contest and lost, they would talk about that like, oh, this is why you're not great. Okay.
If he came in there and jumped over an airplane, somebody would still say it wasn't good. You know
Skip
what I
would
mean?
be.
Couldn't wait to.
Mike
I gave
jumped
it a
over 2
7.
airplanes. Okay, I don't even.
Like,
alright,
bro,
come
Mike
on, dog.
Mike is 60. No need to talk about him
He would say he
anymore.
would do it right now. Say Mike could jump over 2 airplanes right now, where they're moving at top speed.
You know what the sick part about that is? He'll be wearing like Jumpmans when he says that, not retros or anything.
paper.
Like, just
Fam.
like
Not
can
even
you-
the
can
good
you-
Jumpman.
Yeah, like not even good ones. Like, bro,
with that, the ones that's like the red and white ones that had like the red at the bottom and then the stripes on the
Just
side.
What,
disgusting.
the 357s
He
where
got
you
a-
mix
he got
like
on a-
9 different flavors,
got
like
a
the
Spiz
Baskin
like-
Robbins jump
he
man.
wearing a Spizike Dub Zero telling me about
Jumpman,
Mike. Like, get
Jumpman,
out of here,
yeah,
bro.
that
With
ham.
the laser
doing?
cuts at
Or
the
to get
flea
them Son of
market.
Mars, baby.
Hey, listen. Somehow the Dub Zero. Get him
Go to
off
sneaker
the
card.
field.
Go
Get
to
him
sneaker
off the
card.
field.
Remember them
sneaker
Dub Zeros,
con.
everybody? Them patent leather joints?
People got
Them
away
joints
with
was
those.
wearing them joints.
They got away
Yeah.
with them. They got
Yeah,
away
they
with
lasted the
those.
summer. They was hot. They was hot.
None
like
was
the
better than
Hawaiian,
them
like the
fusions,
Hawaiian,
though. The fusions with
Fusions
the Flays, the
hot.
Fusion 5.
Fusions went platinum
them
in the
things-
streets.
oh,
man.
listen,
They
you
went
know,
platinum
I
in the
still
streets.
got mine. Anything
Anything you could have worn with the Hawaiian shirts was
Absolutely.
nasty work. Okay, I don't even care if you wore the
Hawaiian
Hawaiian
shirts?
Yeah, the Hawaiian shirts was like, but that was like 99.
The G's
The
on
summer-
Jazz.
Oh, yeah, I know you're talking
It was
about.
during that summer.
Oh
Like,
no,
yo,
no,
chill
no,
out.
no. The Fusions went platinum in the streets though.
Yeah,
Them
all
ones,
colors.
them jumps with platinum.
I
for
hated
sure.
those. I
Black
hated
and
the Dub
red,
Zeros.
black, blue,
If I see
white,
you with
red.
Dub Zeros on, I'm losing. I was losing.
They didn't really hit. They ain't really. But
People would have them shits
Yeah,
on.
the
I mean,
Son
the
of Mars
fuck-
joints, them joints was a flop.
But Skip would have any of those on talking about any of this. But
The gold chain he made. Talking about Mike gave him this. No, he didn't.
but yeah, I agree on that. That I think they afraid of losing. Like, and it's just like, bro, you whatever. Like, you know, compete though. Shit. Come up with some dope dunks. It ain't.
If that's the case, do some of these dunks that you think are creative in the game.
It's unfair though, because it's like
Man.
it's so much on people's brands nowadays and stuff like that. It's like, well, if you were to lose, like you said, to your point, you're not this or you're not that, and it's like it gives people that, man, I ain't even trying to participate.
Yeah,
It's gonna
I
mess my
think-
whole brand up because
and
I
some
just
of
lost the dunk contest.
and some of
because
them-
this
Yeah.
dude can jump higher than me.
Then
Right.
then that and you know some of them don't even have that brand.
But they got
That
that
they need
agent
to-
that's telling them that.
Yeah,
though.
you know what I mean. So it's
You're-
like
you don't need this.
it's just like
We
I
need
mean,
to see John Morant dunk
But
in the
John-
dunk contest.
You need John Morant to get a healthy shoulder first
Yeah.
before he do anything.
But I'm saying, like, he came
said
out
like
and said it
everybody-
off rip. He's not gonna enter it. I'm like, bruh.
Said it like everybody's on the side, like they age on the side. Remember the movie, what was it, The Best of the Best? And Tommy's ready to kill dude. And he was like, no. James Earl Jones was like, no. In that contest, he was like, no. Tommy, no. Tommy, coach, he's got it. No, Tommy. Like, don't get the gun. Why is this going to affect your bottom line? This isn't going to. It's not going to
yeah,
happen
like
that way.
because
It's
I mean,
stupid.
people
Like,
would
fans
tune
wanna
in
see
for
the
Ja.
stars, man.
Just like for example, when Ja gets healthy again, if he went into people tuning in, like
Yeah, immediately the ratings go up.
know
Ja's
what
in
I'm
the
saying?
dunk contest. People sticking
because
around
it
to watch.
seemed like he need to be in it the way he be in game dunking. Like he be trying to jump everywhere. He
Well, I
can't.
mean,
he tries to dunk on everybody on the court.
he be like,
It
bro,
don't matter
Do you think
who
it
you
helped
are.
a little bit that over some of the years that there hasn't been like these big names? I mean, like with Nate Robinson, he wasn't a big name guy. He just could jump out the gym, and you think.
But
that
you
kinda
had Dwight
helped him a
Howard
little
in
bit?
there.
We've had years where
We had-
guys are not where they're at now have participated
Yeah.
before. Paul George was in the dunk contest when he was still coming off the bench for Indiana.
Yeah.
Damian Lillard did everything.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
his second or third year, he did the 3-point,
he was in
skills
every
contest,
event.
dunk contest.
That's
I'm like,
true.
and he played in the game.
Yeah,
I'm
it's like he got a lot of energy. God damn.
But
He is happy to be
You've
here.
had
I think-
years where they're stars now, but they were still in the come up.
Yeah,
why Zion Williamson ain't doing it?
He's too busy getting Jones pregnant out here.
Yeah,
But
he wild.
he's actually healthy.
Wearing hoop rings and shit.
That's a name. That's
Yeah,
a
he
star
need to be
that
in it.
people. When you see, even though he's probably 20 pounds bigger than what he need to be.
I don't think he has that type of package.
No,
Like he's an
I
in-game
disagree.
dunker too.
He's an
You believe
in-game
that?
dunker. That's what I
But-
think. I think he's an
But he
in-game
was doing
dunker.
crazy
It's-
stuff
the
like in
thing
layup
is-
lines.
Yeah.
Just seeing
At Duke, he
him
was doing
in
wild
it
stuff.
is enough for people to watch. And you mean to tell me you wouldn't see that boy take off and basically touch his back with the ball from the dotted?
Him being
and
left hand, his
ran.
arm looks broke when he dunks like that.
Bro, every dunk looks
It
like,
like
the
it's not
rim is
real.
gonna shatter.
Yeah.
Every time he dunks, it looks like something's broken.
His arm doesn't look real when he does. Cause it's like I don't know if it's him being left-handed or what, but his
I think
arm
it's
looks
'cause
like
he's
it's a
left-handed.
cyborg. It's like, bro, this isn't a real arm. What is that?
It's
It's
thing too good when it's like he runs up so casually. He doesn't have.
He
so-
looks slow until he's in the air, and
Then
it's like, oh my geez.
he just jumps and it's just this power up. You're like, all right, bro, that's not even.
Yeah.
Where did he
or
make
even
you at?
Ant-Man. I know he's not gonna do it, but I
He
just,
should.
just seeing the
He tries
names,
to body people too.
Yeah, him and John. I'm signing up for that.
Yeah, just the names alone. They don't have to do some outrageous over
People
the
are
top
tuning
dunk.
in at them two go.
It's the fact that I get to see him dunk and compete.
People are
And I
tuning
think
in.
that's the thing. It's the competing part that I think blows it for people who like the dunk contest. You got guys who don't like. Yeah, from Virginia we know who Mac McClung is. The average fan of basketball only knows him because he won last year. But you don't know the kid.
People was hyping him during it though. It was hype.
Yeah, because he's 6'1", and he got bounced.
I didn't even see it last year.
He won off. He had a decent dunk. It wasn't like one of them. Oh, it wasn't an Aaron Gordon dunk.
No,
But
it was
he
kinda the
deserved
thing-
to win.
Yeah, it was kind of the thing. Like, I don't think when you just looked at the people, you're just like, I don't know about that guy, and then he ended up. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, all right, okay.
What was it? What was his final dunk that he won with?
I can't remember the final.
Was it a? I don't know. Was it a 360 or 540? Something? It was a solid dunk, but it wasn't like he was heading. It wasn't like when you saw Vince dunk and you could see Vince's whole arm above the rim.
Did they?
He wasn't like that. He dunked it.
Did they say who's doing the judging?
Oh,
Probably the
that's a
same
key
old dudes.
factor too,
Because
Wayne
Wade cannot
Wade
be there.
does not need to touch
I
a
love Wade.
scorecard
He
ever
cannot-
I think,
again.
I think they
cannot
gotta
be there.
retire
They
Julius Erving
legit,
too.
the judges, him, Candace Parker, Common, all of them said we're gonna make it a tie, and Dwayne Wade can't add.
Screwed the whole thing up.
Hilarious.
Wade can't be there.
But I don't think they should have Julius
He's
Erving
always
in there
disrupting
no more.
it. You're like, what is Wade doing, man?
Like Dr. J, it's kind of hard for you to get a 10 out of Dr. J because the nigga did all these dunks back in the day. So it's like, just
That man covered the cradle
Bruh.
in the game.
but his hand's so
Boom!
big.
Hey, let me
When
get a
you
10.
watch his
Play some defense,
fingertips
what?
touch around the
We
basketball.
get a 10 right now. 10.
So I just think they need fresh judging, and I think honestly, they just need to get out of this 5 or 6 people. That's not a dunk contest. Go back to the way it was in the 80s and 90s, where it was 10 dudes, 3 rounds. You get 2 dunks in
But
the
you
first.
don't. I don't think they have enough people that actually want to get in it
And,
nowadays.
but the thing is, it's
I
like
think that used to be talked about. Like that brand thing does hurt other people. Like, nah, my brand. If I lose, type. You won't
But-
get because it's different back then. Because again, you could have Neat, Jordan, whoever. Like people want to
bruh,
get in.
one of the
Now,
greatest dunks ever was done
getting
by
Ja Morant
Lee
and-
Stansberry.
But
The
getting-
Statue of Liberty dunk is still most kids can't even do the Statue of Liberty dunk.
But you gotta think because people are in-game dunkers and because people they don't have it's not gonna be the same thing with that. It's like, all right, cool. You know, people they gonna say, hey, my brand ain't I'm not trying to do this because my brand, or 2, it's like they're in-game dunkers, so when they get in there, you're gonna be like 10 dudes doing, you know, regular dunks. You have somebody hold the ball, throw it about the rim, and they just grab, boom, and people just
But
be like,
they doing that now.
give them a 7 or 8.
Look at people worried about brands, right? But didn't hurt Blake Griffin. Actually, Blake Griffin, who everybody knew he had crazy bounce, his brand exploded off the dunk contest. Yeah, he won it, but you already knew he was a dunker. It wasn't like he was a guy that you didn't really know. No, he was doing the same dunks at Oklahoma.
Yeah.
That he
jumped
came
over
into the
Kia
league.
and got a sponsorship from that.
Bruh, Jordan, the Superfly commercial for the first ones, bruh, he exploded off it.
But but those guys were dunkers though.
Sean Kemp didn't even win and he exploded.
But he was a dunker though.
And Sean Kemp hands, but that's my point. Most of these in order to be in the dunk contest, you have to have a certain amount of dunks. Like you just can't be a regular dude who never played, or you laying up every game and then all of a sudden you in the dunk contest. No, you had to kind of qualify for it.
Who's some names y'all would like to see in it if they would do it? That you would like to see do it?
Ant-Man is my take. Yeah. Man.
I would like to see Ja, but I just don't think you have him.
We're not. You're missing my question. I'm saying that you would like to see.
De'Aaron Fox.
Set all that aside. Just who you would like to see in it.
De'Aaron Fox.
Would be dope. Not reasons why they won't. Just who would you like to see that you think would be dope in it.
Ant-Man, Ja.
Definitely De'Aaron Fox. Like that kid, he got. I think he'd be creative. Who else is a big dunker? Like I said, Zion Williamson.
Oh yeah.
I gotta run down the list of people in my head.
Think Tatum can do something? No.
You don't think so?
Tatum there for the baller. He a baller. He's not a
Wembanyama.
Hey, they gassing Wemby up all over the place. Why not throw him in there?
Hey.
Yeah, let's go. I'm rooting for Wemby.
I mean, he out there.
That's how we go.
He out
for
there
Wemby.
getting ball handling lessons from Jamal Crawford. Man, get in the dunk contest, bro.
Hey,
Man,
Wemby.
if he get the Jamal Crawford package, that'd be insane.
Bro, he's gonna be OP as hell.
Yo, it'd be
Because already it don't make sense.
Yeah.
I'm still not used to him on the court. I be
The
like,
Shaden Sharp kid, the kid from Portland.
dude looks.
He's
That
hurt,
dude-
bro. Yeah, he's hurt right now.
That dude be every dunk he do is he looking in the rim.
Yeah.
What was it
He should be
Jalen
in it.
Green, the dude from
the
Houston?
He's still in the league.
He the guy.
You're thinking about Jeff Green, and he's on the Rockets too.
Hey,
There's
Gerald-
two Jay
Gerald-
Greens on the team.
Gerald Green can still dunk. And
Now I'm
he-
talking about Buddy.
Oh, you spoke. You said Jeff Green or Gerald Green?
Gerald Green, the dude that played for New Jersey Nets, when that to do with the
Yeah,
Dodgers,
with the crazy bounce.
He about 35, ain't he?
Still head at the rim. Vince Carter still. Hey, Vince can still dunk.
Man, look, Vince is different. Vince is not human, yo. Vince's legs is not real.
But like, there's some of these young kids got to just realize that you're there for the entertainment.
Because some of them don't have a brand yet, and they play in a small market. So
Talking
it's
about
like,
some.
I see you on League Pass, but
get in
everybody
there.
doesn't. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying, like, they should do it.
Even if
Jones thing,
you're
no
not invited
Tommy,
to the All-Star game, why not enter the dunk contest? That give you there. You get to be seen. You're on a team. Paolo, let's see him. I don't care. He dunk all day in the game. He dunk all day in the rookie games. Put him in the
But
dunk contest.
I think banging on somebody is different, a lot different than coming up with,
But a lot of
that
that stuff is
creative
choreographed.
dunk.
It sounds good until you miss. All them dudes be practicing all these dunks and then you miss and you gotta
that
go to
might be
plan
it
B.
more than the brand thing, that they not creative dunkers. They probably just don't have that. They haven't really went and
Like you said, didn't have a bad,
that bag. They ain't got
repertoire,
that.
you know what I'm saying? But
How
just have it.
How can you, as far as your dunk package can't be that diverse when you're either all the creative dunks are due by dude who specialize in dunks, so it's like we see it on the net already. Most of them do some old dunks. You're not gonna do nothing that someone hasn't already seen. You know what I'm saying? Unless you bring a guy who, like we was talking about, them guys who all they do is dunk. Yeah, you can bring them dudes who doing the little no-look dunks and all. But that's all they do. I ain't seen none of them dudes play a lick of basketball.
Well, we have to come back to that. But what about the All-Star game? Anything y'all want to add about that? Like,
Where's it at this year?
It's Indiana. Sabonis got snubbed, bro.
Sabonis got snubbed.
I was about to
Halliburton is
say.
going to win the MVP.
Good pick.
And he might have a triple-double.
That's
Just because it's
Who else?
Indiana?
That has a lot to do with it.
Just
But I
'cause
think
it-
he'll also
you
have
know.
a triple-double because he can do everything.
Unless Giannis just don't want the ball or something. I don't
Yeah.
know. 'Cause
I gotta
Giannis-
catch some more games.
And I'm glad they
when I
went back to East West too.
Yeah.
That whole picking.
I was about to
teams,
say
It was
like
it
that.
was
It was cool.
fine, but you have to have a base of how you want to do this thing, a foundation. Like East versus West, that means we can narrow it down to
Yeah.
this here. But then when you're doing it, starting it like that, and then they want to pick and all
the
this
West
stuff.
is
It was
Still
cool
stacked,
for the
man.
first time, but it was like it was just always LeBron picking. It was just like
because it's gonna be they going by
It's just like,
two
alright.
players that had the most votes.
Yeah.
And it was always gonna be LeBron and Steph or LeBron and Giannis. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
it's
because
like,
once
alright.
LeBron came to the West, you know,
Yeah.
him against Giannis,
A lot
every
of cap.
year,
I like-
Another year, the West team
I like the
probably
West.
stacked. A lot of the best players are in the West, and
Who took
a lot of
Embiid's
the best
spot?
players in the East are hurt.
Trey Young.
Who? Nah, Embiid,
Trae
Adebayo.
Adebayo was already on the team.
No,
Trey Young took
They
his
just
spot.
they just reported it yesterday. Adebayo's replacing Embiid. Trey Young replacing somebody else.
It was two people hurt. Who was it?
Trey Young replaced Julius Randle.
Yeah, okay. Well, I remember Van came up there and it was Trey Young, but yeah, Bob and Bam too.
Well, speaking of Trey Young, that caused a little stir in the NBA community when he wasn't
Yeah, 'cause
announced.
he deserved to be on there initially.
Him and
instead of as a
Sabonis
replacement.
were both two guys that I saw a lot of people being like, "How enough? They're
Yeah.
not on it."
Yeah, I
But
think
yeah,
Sabonis should
Scotty
have
Barnes is hurt. Yeah, Scotty Barnes is
Yeah.
hurt, and it's him and Julius Randle. No, it's one of them.
I didn't know Scotty was an
Is the
all-star.
replacement. Scotty Barnes is
Oh,
So I mean,
because Bam was already on the team, bro. It
No.
was Bam already. He might be starting. He might be taking
That-
the
okay,
starting
I get-
spot.
I- that might-
Bam was
that might
already
be
on the
more
team.
it.
I knew that for a fact. But injury replacements are Trey Young and Scotty Barnes for Embiid and Randle.
Scotty Barnes is with
Toronto.
Toronto. Yeah, okay.
The guy that
The
they
only thing
got
left.
rid of, they got rid of everybody because it's gonna be his team now.
and they'll be cellar dwellers.
And where's Siakam?
Siakam in Indiana.
Yeah.
Good pickup for them.
along with them going back to the East and West, do y'all like the jerseys that they do now, or do y'all like when they used to wear their own uniforms?
I prefer them to wear their own team jerseys.
I don't.
I think that's
I like. It
'Cause
was one year where they had like the East West jerseys, but they had like the logos of their team. I think it was on like the back near the collar. Like I could see that where you still representing the team, but I always like the East West. Now they don't have to be red, white, and blue every year. Because the San Antonio year, I liked how they
That is
had like the
one of
San
the best
Antonio
ones.
themed uniforms.
That's like the coldest one.
That
dog.
joint was sweet. Like so,
Mike
have
wearing
your
the
uniforms
Columbias
kind of
and
represent the city that
the
it's
blue
in.
ones, right? That's
The,
what I got.
the teal
the
and
what
black
ones?
joints. San Antonio, they were teal
Y'all like
and
that
black.
teal joint? Was that
The
the when they had
Columbia?
one teal, one silver?
Nah,
that
they was
year?
white. It was white and teal. 'Cause
Yeah.
the West had teal and the East had white. Because that's when the all white, the 11s, the Jordan had all white with the ice
Columbias.
blue bottoms came out.
Okay.
So I mean, like they can do that where the uniforms represent the city, but still keep it East and West. They still have their team logos on there, but I don't having their
Yeah.
own individuals.
Yeah.
That was cool. Them couple years when they were like when in Philly.
That one. Yeah, I like that one.
That's the one. That's the one. That was like
that's my
AI. Was that AI MVP year?
That one was cold.
Nah, AI MVP
You
is
talking
where he
about that
wore
East
the
like that.
Iverson. He had the Iverson 6 joint was in
That was
Philly.
like the best All Star game.
Because
Yeah.
those are
Iverson
like,
had MVP in that joint.
Yeah, 'cause
That-
Iverson
yeah.
wore
like
number
you
6 for
remember
Julius
those.
Erving.
You know what I'm saying? Like they kind of like stick with you in your like memories of the All Star game. That's
Yeah.
why I asked. Cause like now I feel like I remember All Star game off the jersey sometimes. Like oh yeah, that's when that happened.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then sometimes they didn't wear that, so it's like they had their own joint on, but you remember the moment more than
when
Yeah.
T-Mac threw the joint off the
Exactly.
backboard around Dirk and Steve Nash.
What was y'all
And he
favorite?
came
What
out
was
with
y'all
the
favorite All Star
mismatched
game?
shoes. That joint was sweet.
Who was your favorite All Star game?
Because that's the joint when T-Mac had the blue,
Favorite?
the one blue, one red joint when he threw off the glass.
Yeah.
man. Probably one either that one.
The
or
year Scottie Pippen won.
So that's
Mainly because he had the red Maestros and them joints was fire. And he was the only one who had the out of the box. Everybody else was black and white sneakers.
It's a cold.
And he had the red joints and they were
I
clowning
got the
them for wearing the red
2001.
joints.
That was my favorite one. When Iverson won the MVP joint.
Yeah, I went and
yeah,
bought the
yeah.
Iverson 6 jersey.
That was dope.
Immediately.
That one was a really good one. That one
Yeah.
got serious in the fourth quarter. I love that one.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's the year
up
they
there.
came back, right? They was down 20,
Yeah.
something like that.
That
They came
one's
back.
up there.
Iverson had like 5, 6
Mike's
steals.
last
about to
All-Star
say,
game.
Marbury.
When
Mike.
it should have ended with Mike.
Yeah.
But then Jermaine O'Neal decided to foul Kobe, falling out of bounds on a 3-pointer. And Kobe wins the game at the free throw line when it should have been Mike's moment, but
That
okay.
one.
Kobe said, "Nope, I'm not giving Mike nothing. You've had enough, sir."
Those two come to mind. I know it's some more in there. I gotta really think of the moments, like what happened.
Like
I
back
hope
in
they-
the
I
day,
hope they play-
they were competitive games too. Back in the 80s and 90s. Like now,
2000s.
Even
the
the
first 3
2000s.
quarters are like a layup drill now, and then
I think the
fourth
last
quarter they
time
play
it was
hard.
like that would maybe been before 2017, maybe 2016.
Yeah, when they was competing. I think the last one they was really going hard was the joint where the East came back with Iverson and Marbury and them kept hitting threes at the end. And they came back from, and it was basically Kobe against the East because he was the only one maintaining the lead for the West. But now it's just a layup drill for the first 3 quarters, and then in the fourth quarter, all of a sudden it's like, okay, now we play basketball.
I think that's the problem, though. You can do that for the first half, like first quarter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
play around after a while. You
I'm
get
cool with
serious.
that.
We need
Now
you guys to
let's-
turn up and play like a real game.
Hopefully they
Like,
may do it this time. You know, we'll
play
see.
some defense or something.
I would hope so.
But he can't go like that, bro. Man, I ain't trying to get embarrassed. My brand will get injured. You be like, come on, dog.
Like your brand is, when this All-Star break over, your brand's still gonna be going because you back to your real team.
Because
I personally, they should do the All-Star break. My bad, Chef. I think they should do the All-Star break after the season. I think it shouldn't be in the
Kind
middle.
of like
Then
the
it
Pro
wouldn't
Bowl.
be a- Then it wouldn't be a break then.
They call it an All-Star weekend. It's called All-Star weekend.
Cause I feel like they put more effort when y'all watch Drew League. Like they
Yeah.
put more effort when they play Drew League than
Man.
they do in the All Star.
Well, that's Kobe. And
They
DeMar
pickup games
DeRozan
be
and all
legendary.
them boys out
You know what I'm
there.
saying? But that's what I'm saying though. It's we got hoopers out here. Like they all stars. It's Tatum and all these dudes. It's like when y'all go and play in Drew League, it's y'all giving me more energy.
Cause they be in the hood too. It seems like they in the hood.
You want the millions of watching. Like what
Yeah.
we doing?
But people paying tickets all of a sudden, and people like I'm sure the Drew League tickets.
That ain't
But
like
they
that's
ain't
for me,
NBA
that's
tickets.
for us to enjoy.
Yeah.
This is a whole different viewership with the All Star. You
Yeah,
get
so
what I'm
like
saying?
pick up
So it's
basketball, you guys playing harder than you would at your
Like,
job.
you giving me a moment at the Drew League,
Yeah.
and then in February I don't even know what you did.
Yeah.
It's like
You sitting, hey coach, I'm gonna play 6 minutes in this game. I ain't trying to play. What the hell you get
You done
voted in
seen
for?
dudes go to Drew League and you just be like, these dudes is acting like they playing.
that's what I'm
Serious.
saying. Like that's what the energy I want from
Yeah.
this. Like, cause I'm like,
Didn't James Harden and Kobe go at it at the Drew League game one time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they was going hard at each other.
Yeah.
not too long ago when KD and Bron and Russ and all of them was out there, he was going crazy out there.
And
Like,
all them pickup games and that gym they always playing in.
But
It's like,
like
bruh.
2K gym.
Or you talking about the one in New York?
Yeah, the
Like,
2K gym.
like I want to say, it was,
Hey, that's where Hoodie Mello was born.
You know what I'm
Hoodie
saying?
Mello was born in that
Hey.
gym right
bugging
there,
in that
boy.
hoodie.
I want to say it was Gil or somebody else was talking about how might have been Brandon Jennings, how dudes in the league come down and play in the Drew League, and Frank from up the street giving buckets, and a lot of dudes be scared of that, where a regular dude be putting in work on you,
Part of that.
and it's like, well, that's something that a lot of NBA players say this. Some of them dudes who are the 12th man be actually better than the starters, but they don't fit the system.
Yeah.
So you'll never hear about the fact that this dude be eating your superstar up in practice, but this is the superstar on the team, which is NBA politics. It is what it is.
Oh yeah. You get a lot of that. You get a lot of that. So with that being said, what y'all think about second half of the season, man? Any predictions? What y'all think? I know D over here with he's really upset with the Bucks right now. He's upset. He's pissed.
I called when Dame went to Milwaukee that they were winning the championship. But the moment that Doc Rivers was hired, I text everybody and said, I retract that statement.
abort.
Abort mission.
Abort.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
That's bad, yo.
Oh my God, this dude is terrible. He's a terrible coach. And look, this is for the people out here trying to slander my man Dame Dollar. It ain't his fault. It's claiming he doesn't play defense like Drew Holiday and this and that. But where was Drew Holiday when they were getting bust in the first round by Miami when they couldn't score? He's there to score. He's not there to play defense. If I'm there with Brook Lopez, Bobby Portis, Chris Middleton, and Giannis, all established defensive players, somebody better stop somebody and let my guy get off on offense, baby. So I'm just saying, Milwaukee is in trouble.
I can't blame Doc though, because I'm looking at it, it's like you still can put the ball in the bucket.
Okay, let's look at the stats. Before Doc got there, they were number 2 in offense.
Now they're
and
9,
about
right?
No, they were 2.
They were 2 in offense, and
No,
they were like
okay.
mid-tier in defense. The defense has slightly gotten a little bit better, and they've fallen off a cliff offensively. They're in the 20s now.
But
Offense.
is that coaching that you can't put the ball in?
He's playing Pat Connaughton heavy minutes. That's coaching. Pat Connaughton can't hit water if he fell out of a boat in the ocean. Come on,
You
man.
hit another boat.
Look, nobody hated this hire more than me but Gilbert Arenas. But I've been saying this about Doc for years, bro. He's a terrible coach. He doesn't make adjustments. The man has had stacked squads many a years
Go get Mike
and
D'Antoni.
never
No,
done
I'm
anything
playing,
with
I'm
it.
playing.
But
I am
They'll
joking.
do that.
I
though.
am
The
joking.
way
Do
they
not
were
get
trending,
D'Antoni. Do
the
not
way they're
get
trending, they'll
D'Antoni.
do that
But
at
it's a
this
little
point.
late to be hiring another coach. You're paying 3 guys. So
The way they
We
mismanaged
gonna
this,
bust you down. They take that little. Take
we
the
going
Kyle
band for
Lowry
band real
but
quick.
Philly has fallen off a cliff without Embiid. We
Yeah.
see that Maxi's just a guy. He has some games.
He a jag.
He's a jag. He's just a guy, but he just
Crazy.
plays better with Embiid.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
God.
Jag is so. it's
Cleveland is like a sleeper team in the East. You know what I'm saying?
Out in the first round.
Really?
Who are they? 4
Who are
seed?
they're 2.
2?
They're 2.
And they'll be playing who first round?
Current. Well, you know, with the play-in, that can change things.
Well, I guess just go with the 7th. Who that would?
Well, let's say 7. Miami. They will play Miami in the first.
Are they going home?
Gone in the first
They
round.
going
So
home
you
first
put
round.
faith in this Cinderella stuff?
I put faith in Mike
Mike.
Spoelstra, dog. Top
Yeah,
2
Eric
coach in the
Spoelstra.
league. I mean, yeah, Eric
Call the
Spoelstra.
man Mike.
Gave him 2 different names.
But like, I'm honestly interested in as far as the West is, can Minnesota maintain?
Well, that top
Oklahoma-
4 is like a game
Oklahoma City?
apart.
They got to be the shock of basketball.
SGA.
Like, them young dudes is balling.
Chet
All
actually
of them.
living up to the hype.
I
He
think
really
Oklahoma
is. He
City,
really
as
is.
it pertains to
I
like
wanted to see what Chet
drafting,
was-
they might be the best drafters
In
of
sports.
all time, dog.
Presty, man.
I would hope so.
They
You
find
had
talent. Know how to
17 first round
draft,
picks
dog.
between now and next year.
How many misses do they have?
But they don't. I
Because
mean,
it ain't many.
They know how to pick them.
Well, they finagled a lot of that when they did that Paul George trade for SGA. The Clippers had a diamond
Yeah,
in the rough.
I'm
that they
glad
didn't
they
let
did.
develop.
He was in Ricky did that, right?
I think it was his second,
Rookie or
third
second
year.
year. Yeah.
So where is he at?
They
now?
knew he
been-
was going to be a star. That's why
SGA
they
what
made the
6 years
trade.
in?
Nah, 4. I think 4 or 5.
He been with how long with
2. This is second
This
year.
year
I think.
5. This is year 5.
okay.
They saw a diamond in him. That's why you made the trade. I mean, really, yeah, Paul George wanted to go to LA, but we need that guy back. They didn't ask for nobody. We need him back and some picks.
They don't win. Clippers don't win. They blowing it up. And where is Paul George going? Because he gonna be the one. That's
Salary
gonna
cap will hurt them.
Well, all 4 guys are free agents after this year. They believe they just signed Kawhi. They extended Kawhi. So he's
Russ,
locked in.
Russ has shown he's willing to take less money.
Yeah, Russ will never get a big contract.
I don't think he wants
And
it. I
it's not,
think
and
he's
it's not
actually-
from
yeah, he wants
not
to
being
ring.
able to play, but it's
Yeah.
the whole.
I need a chip, so I'm willing to be the sixth man.
He's
So he'll
reached
take
that
6 man
point
money.
now in his career. But
James Harden.
James Harden,
He
you know,
needs
his,
to take less money.
his mood changes on a weekly. So
That's crazy.
I got a team built around me in Houston. These guys suck. Give me to Brooklyn. I get to Brooklyn with Kevin Durant and Kyrie. Oh, Kyrie don't want to play. Give me a body. Give me to Philly. I'm in Philly. I'm leading the league in
Morris
He
is
hurt
a
my
liar.
feelings. He
Morris
hurt
is a
my
liar.
feelings. I'm leaving.
Maury is a liar.
I didn't even get that part. I just want to. Can I get this? The man leading the league in assists. I'm not getting the ball enough. I'm not getting to shoot enough. And Daryl Morey is a liar, and I will never play for his organization ever again.
This is a whole other time zone.
He's better than China.
Meanwhile, Daryl Morey has you
He
MVP
made you
and
that guy.
He put
Daryl
everything.
Morey put everything on the table.
bro,
for
you
James
became
Harden
you
from
became
OKC.
who you are because of that guy. All of his moves
He
were
lost a lot of games because of you.
because let's be real, he's not.
his name on the line
When the
for
game's
you,
on the line, he's
out
not
of
clutch.
everybody.
Hey, he
James
made-
Harden is a
regular
good-
season James Harden is a top 5 player of all time.
Of
but
three quarters.
Him and
but
T-Mac?
playoff
Oh
James
no,
Harden.
T-Mac is way better than him.
No, I'm joking about the whole.
Oh.
Yeah.
Injuries hurt T-Mac. Let's keep it a buck. We know when the game's on the line, T-Mac gonna give you what you need. James Harden.
So, and I'm not taking off the subject too much, but just real quick, I just want to yes or no about this one. So that Houston Dallas series with T-Mac and they was up 2-0 and they lost 4-2. Is that T-Mac fault?
No,
He did.
Okay,
because he was the only thing on the team.
You didn't put the faith in
It was
Bob Sarah.
12-on-1.
He averaged 34, 6,
The
and 6 that
2K
series. He was
legend.
balling out.
Where
He
was
balling out.
Yao? He was hurt, right?
Yeah,
Yao.
in the suit.
Tracy
Man.
McGrady probably had the
Yao
worst luck
came
with
to
his
the league in
running mate
2001.
of all
Yeah,
time.
I blame Orlando.
Yao
Orlando cost
came
him
to
a
the league
ring.
in 2001.
All because of Doc. Wasn't that
No,
Doc?
yes,
That's what I wanted to say.
Said you can't bring spouses on the road. Tim Duncan said, "I'm staying with Pop."
That Doc
You
got
cost
some
Brett
heat.
Hill
T-Mac.
and T-Mac a ring.
Chip, you stupid dude. Oh.
That
And
Doc
I
guy.
do believe that, and that was Doc, and they were up. What was it? Was that first round still best of 5 at that time, or they
Yep.
or they just
Yeah,
moved
That was
to
best of
7?
5.
Well, they were up 2-0, 2-1 against Detroit, and then Detroit came back on them.
They did win a championship that year. That was 04.
Yes,
They won a championship that year.
Well, that was
Should have
that's
won
7
back to
first
back,
round.
Seven,
but
okay.
So they were up 3-1, and they lost that series to Detroit.
Yeah, that
And
sure did, yeah.
Yeah, so and that was Doc Rivers. Another reason why
Sick.
he needs to not be coaching.
So
he ain't that good a commentator either.
I didn't say anything about his commentary ability. He can't do what I do. Okay.
Y'all hate Doc, bruh.
No, I just didn't understand the move when they got rid of
Nah, I feel you.
Mark Jackson and Van Gundy could go. I'm fine with that, but that's a whole nother topic. We're talking basketball here.
Why?
I'll take
Why
it.
teams are
I'll
afraid
take
to
him over
hire
the
Mark
Pistons.
Jackson is ridiculous.
We need something.
Well, we know
We are scrambling.
we know why Mark Jackson.
the money
is not
that
gonna
was
get
given
Why,
to
'cause he
Monty
don't wanna play
Williams.
ball?
No,
I need to know money.
Well, he said some things about a couple letters in that community we were talking about.
Oh, the
and-
Alphabet Boys.
And he
It ruffled some
And he's-
feathers in the office in Golden State.
and I
So
Oh,
We-
calling a spade. Oh shit. Okay,
I don't know if it was a spade, but his opinions on that hit in the wrong area. With some
Hey, Sean, the way you said,
But he can build a team.
the Detroit Lions, right, had to like gut from the top down. It's time to do the same thing. We need to gut the whole front, like fire the owners of the Detroit Pistons. Everybody, everything. Get rid of Cade Cunningham. He's
but
sweet.
it's
Get rid of
different, though.
everybody and just
See,
start over. Just start over. Just go get Robert Sacre.
See, the thing with,
get all our money back.
the thing with
And just
basketball,
build from
in
scratch.
contrast to
Because
football,
the way that that money got, I need to know his
Bruh.
agent.
see, football you can win with young guys. Basketball is hard to win without having a veteran.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And see, the Pistons,
Structure.
what they're
I'm
going
still
to
mad
do
at
is
Joe Dumars.
they'll develop
be.
dudes and then
The whole
watch.
fucking Detroit.
Most of these
Yeah.
dudes that are on the Pistons now going through all this losing. They're going to develop into being good players
For
somebody
somebody
else. And that's why
We
them
are
franchises.
still hurting from Joe Dumars saying, you know what? We want Iverson.
get rid of Chauncey.
Since that day, we have been just
Steady
He
decline.
was like, you know what?
Hey, Blake Griffin did
I
get
was
you to
just
the
being-
playoffs one
Yeah,
year.
Blake did hold
Blake
it
did
down.
get you there one year.
Listen, he can keep that playoff run that he quote unquote
Appearance.
had. I am not. Nope. Mm-mm. He got us there, but that don't mean nothing.
So-
Got us sent home too.
Because you.
Hey, we in the game, baby. Hey, no, you're not going home. It's enough. Shout out to y'all. Like, no, get out. Not for a leave. Like, dang, that's how you felt.
I don't know. Some of these teams that are at the bottom, I don't see how they get better because they're too young. Most of the you need some of you. You're gonna need a good veteran to come and show these kids how to win. Like Orlando, what they do, they kept all the
Bro.
young pieces, and now them pieces are starting to fortify. And that's how young teams win.
We went and got a kid who another team sent to the G League, brought him back, said you ain't gonna work for us, got rid of him, gave him to us.
Who? Oh, Wiseman.
Yes.
But the thing with Wiseman is he shouldn't have came out in the first place. But Golden State didn't need him.
No. I know. I'm just saying this is how
But-
desperate we are.
They wasted a pick on him too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it didn't hurt them. We won the chip.
Oh yeah, we get
You know what
That
I'm saying?
was-
Like, but he didn't fit what they needed to do
He
because
was hurt
he's-
when they won the chip. Right?
But
He
he's
didn't
a
even-
Was
that's-
he even on that team still?
Yeah.
I don't.
He was still there.
Because this was a dark time.
Yeah, he was still
Because
there.
Golden State was bad for
2000
2 solid years.
2022 he
and
was
then
there.
they came
Yeah.
back and won it again.
2022 he was there.
'Cause
he got traded after they won the championship.
Yeah.
But my thing with it is Wiseman didn't fit what they do. They took him because he was the best player available. They
Well,
wanted
LaMelo
another
Ball
big
right
man. And he was a big man, but he's an old school back to the basket big man. The problem is the NBA doesn't need that guy. The NBA needs you to rebound, block shots, and score when you get the ball. But if you don't have a face-up game as a big man, you're a liability in the NBA now.
Thanks to White.
You know what I'm saying?
We don't want to ask Dwight anything.
Hey, yo.
No question.
We can't bring controversy to the show. We're
Let's
just
White-
starting out.
I just
y'all.
cut it. I just cut it.
I would say that
That's
from
why I cut
a
it.
back to the basket game.
See that we can't ask
Hey.
Dwight about
Hey,
anything
yo,
back
hey.
to the
Innuendo.
nothing. We can't do it. What are we doing?
Hey,
Like, literally,
I just said we not gonna ask Dwight anything,
Yeah.
and he kept going.
Yeah.
What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong?
You gotta let Dwight stay at home.
I heard what he said. It was like we can't do that. So is Golden State going to make the playoffs with coming off the bench with Klay Thompson?
Yes. I think Golden State can make the playoffs, but I don't think Golden State will make
trying to
any
save
dents.
him,
But
man.
I think they're good enough to be in the hunt. But
What hunt? Now define hunt. 'Cause
I think they'll probably make it in the play-in.
they're in the
game.
10th spot right now.
They'll upset
Which means they
it in
have
the-
to win. If they lose that, they're done.
But I believe they're gonna go on a run. They're gonna end up probably in that play-in group.
What am I
between
supposed to do?
7 and 10.
But
Between
I
the
think
7.
they're going
What
to
am I
end up with a
supposed to do? You threw an
matchup.
alley.
See,
What am I supposed to do with
I
that?
give you like this: if Golden State ends up with a matchup like Minnesota, I believe they can upset Minnesota. But if they end up with a matchup like OKC or Denver, then they're going home.
If they're healthy and Chris Paul back, I think they can beat any team in the West. Golden State, you're talking about, right?
Any team.
No,
Any?
I think they can beat Minnesota.
I do not trust the Clippers, which I think is a team too big to beat them.
You must
I
really
don't trust
believe
them.
someone's going to get hurt. Because
I
the
just don't
Clippers
trust
on-
them.
Right now,
All of those guys outside of Kawhi Leonard is known for tricking it up in the biggest moments. All three of them.
I need them other three for 3 quarters, and Kawhi handles business in the 4th.
You better hope he's healthy in the playoffs.
But the thing is, they have enough depth where they don't have to use him up.
Powell.
It
the
don't
rest of
mean
bucket
nothing.
getter.
He got hurt off a fast break, bump.
Well, I mean, let's be
did.
real. They knew the
He got
boy's
hurt off
legs
a
was
bump.
terrible. They
That's
knew
what
his
I'm saying,
knees was bad from jump.
So that's what I'm saying. Like I have to see them win. I'm
Yeah.
not saying they can't. I mean, again,
So
all
you
of them
saying-
healthy. I think with Kawhi, they go in 5. I just don't trust the Clippers. You
But-
got to show me they're a team that
think
will.
I think they
Everybody
can make
should
the
let
Western
them know.
Conference Finals. The problem is if
I think they can win the whole thing.
If it's Denver, they're probably going to get eliminated. Denver has so many matchup problems for every team in the league because they're big, skilled, and they can shoot.
Jokic.
That's the problem. And not even him, even
just
though
wanted to
he's
say
a
Jokic.
monster. But you look at the matchups.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that.
They're athletic, they're big, and most of their guys can shoot. I mean, outside of Aaron Gordon, but he ain't there to shoot, bro. That's
their biggest, like, they had, like, it's the Aaron Gordon and
X
the
factor.
Michael
Michael
Porter
Porter
Jr. Those kids, man, because of how they play in their position, like, it makes
Gordon
it
can
hard.
Gordon can
Yeah.
guard all 5 positions.
Right.
Michael Porter Jr.
At 6'10", they're both 6'10".
yeah, Porter, yeah.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
they're matchup nightmare for every team.
and the pick,
if-
and the
if-
pick and roll with Jokic and Jamal Murray.
If the Clippers had somebody that could get Jokic out of position, because Zubac's not a threat at all. If they had somebody to get him out of position,
Yeah.
I think they would have a better opportunity.
The problem is that guy plays in the East.
yeah.
Only guy really that's gonna give a problem for Jokic is Embiid.
But I still
mean, no,
believe we
Porzingis-
don't really know yet because
No.
that guy
Porzingis
refuses to play
Out
him
of position.
in Denver.
I didn't say he can stop, but he can get him out of position.
That is getting weird too. That's really
I think they
getting weird.
missed that part.
What's
What?
that?
We were
Embiid.
talking about Embiid being a problem for Jokic, but we don't really know because he's never played him in Denver before. Every time that Philly has to play Denver, Embiid is always out. This has been going on how many years, Sean?
Too many.
No,
Too many.
Yeah, he's
Especially these two been in this MVP race. It's like, bro, we want to see this.
Yeah.
Come
Well,
on,
AD,
Embiid.
what about AD? That could be a matchup, but I think
Who?
the
AD
shooting.
on-
The shooting
what?
is not.
Huh?
The shooting ain't on.
Man,
He better be lucky if he make it out this play-in. over there.
I can
Yeah.
see them losing in the play-in game.
Now Golden State could cause them some problems.
I believe Golden State could win a slot
If
into the play-in
Draymond
game.
if Draymond is hitting jump, he ain't got to just got to hit a couple.
Just stay out
No,
of trouble.
I wouldn't even say Draymond. The key is Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah, give us something.
Andrew Wiggins has fallen off a cliff since they won that
He's
championship.
gotten a lot better. This second half, the last maybe 12 games. I think Draymond being back does help him a little bit. Put him in position.
Kuminga's playing well.
Kuminga's hooping.
I think what hurts the Golden State Warriors, and I've said it for a long, they need a stretch four with some size. They need a kid like Markkanen for Utah. That guy would make Golden State a problem because that gives them some size, and that's gonna always kill them. That's why they cannot beat.
No, I think more than that. I think
they're not gonna. They don't match up well with Oklahoma City.
I think the turnovers more than just the actual size. The size for some reason does not affect. It's the turnovers that kill them more. They be average. They get in the playoffs and they be 17, 18 turnovers.
Here's
You be
the
like,
thing.
bruh.
In the playoffs, you're gonna see more Chris Paul playing with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. So now Steph gets to run you around the court, and you got a guy who makes smart decisions with the ball. And Chris Paul, you don't have to burn Chris Paul up because he doesn't have to. You don't need Chris Paul on both ends.
But how
he
does
could be a general.
How does it affect with Draymond? I think because
Draymond just be Draymond.
But
Just
Draymond
do
is
what you
better at running that point forward for that.
But Chris Paul will knock down open shots. So you have that gives you three guys who can handle the rock on the court, and you still got dependable shooting. So Draymond can still do what he do even with Chris Paul in them. My thing is, you just need the wild, unnecessary passes to be eliminated, which Chris Paul would eliminate.
If they can keep the turnovers down, I think that they will be able to beat any team in the West.
You were talking about injury bug. Chris Paul.
Man, listen.
Hey, he need the injury now. Just don't have it in the playoffs.
Get it out the way.
Yeah, get it over with early and be well rested for the playoffs.
No, he'll listen.
He gets hurt.
He's
on
gonna pull a Martin. He is going to go jump in the Oh, foul. What?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's the thing. But they got some younger guards and stuff that where you don't have to burn Chris Paul out now, and he should have some juice when it's playoff time.
I think if they're gelling and they're
make his
healthy.
comeback in like another week or two.
Bro,
I
put
think if
him
they're
on 20
gelling
minutes.
and they're healthy, I think Golden State is a matchup problem.
And I like Klay Thompson being the sixth man because your Chris Paul is the guard that that means Klay Thompson gets to go
and if they're
all in.
and if they're healthy and they're hitting, and Klay Thompson is good with that, I think they provide trouble for Denver. I think they
The
really
problem
do.
is Denver can do what they do and they're bigger.
Huh?
Denver can do what Golden State does and they're bigger. Jokic can control the entire game. They don't even have a guy that can foul him on Golden State. None of them dudes can do anything with him, and he can beat you without scoring. That's Jokic can beat you without scoring, and then when he feels like scoring,
I
I'll
don't
knock
know
down
if
a
their
three.
defense is good enough.
They don't have to be. They're
Yes,
bigger.
they do, because you got to be able to. If you cannot force Golden State into turning the ball, they lose a lot of games because they're turnovers. If Chris Paul can help them, can keep them turnovers down, they have a shot to beat anybody in the West.
Yeah, I mean they got a puncher's shot, but let's keep it a buck.
I think more than a puncher's shot.
gotta get to that. That's the thing with them.
They're rolling. 8-2 over the last 10.
Yeah, but they still number
7-2?
10.
They got 26 games left. Let them rock out.
But if the Lakers are doing the exact same thing over top of them, how you gonna pass them? And then what?
To me, the Lakers provide the biggest problem for them to do.
Because if Anthony Davis balls out, Anthony Davis
Which he has been.
It's real convenient that Anthony Davis hasn't been hurt since they changed that rule.
What rule was that?
You
that's
have to
65
play, You have
games?
to play 65 games to get all NBA and all these
get your
stuff
best
and
rule
get this extra
change.
money. It's great.
That's the
It
best rule change the
it is
NBA has
best
made.
thing. 'Cause
We pay you to be on the court, bro. This ain't a vacation where you play the sorry teams and then when you got a real matchup, you watching like everybody else. Nah, bro.
Yeah.
Get on that court.
It's real convenient that guy hasn't been hurt yet.
So what do you think? You think that if Golden State keeps the turnovers down, they have a chance to
I don't believe in Golden State at all. I think their time is over. And if they even make it out of the play-in, if they somehow make it to the playoffs, I don't care who they play, they're losing.
Oh no, they can beat Minnesota. I think that's the biggest flake in the West.
I think they have more trouble.
Because I don't trust
Sacramento.
Karl Anthony
So
I
Towns.
think they have
nothing.
more trouble. Sacramento and
They on fraud alert.
Sacramento's in the play-in. They in the eighth.
I don't
Yeah.
trust Karl Anthony Towns being dependable in the playoffs. Yeah, we know what Gobert is. He's just a big dude. Ant-Man, he gonna give you money. The problem is Karl Anthony Towns has to give you everything he can to be competitive. After them 3 names I mentioned, who else on their team? What else does Minnesota have?
Mike Conley.
Who?
Mike Conley.
Okay.
That
that's-
nigga like 85.
He tried to say who.
He's a
like,
facilitator. He can control the game. He can keep the turnovers down. He makes smart decisions.
How old is Conley? About 38.
He's at least he closed 36. I think 35, 36.
Mike Conley is 36.
But-
16-year veteran.
Who else?
At one point was the highest paid player in the NBA when they first
My thing
started.
is-
Yeah, he
That's
got a
crazy.
super bag.
We're talking
But that was
about in the
for what he did for
playoffs.
Memphis.
Yeah,
where
yeah.
I understood it.
Oh, yeah.
It just
He
looks
deserved.
crazy to
In the
see.
Yeah,
playoffs, you're
yeah.
gonna have
It's
to
the
put the
name
ball
with
in
it.
the
You're
net.
like, that feels like a bag for
And
somebody else.
going
Wait
against
a
Golden
minute.
State, how can Minnesota put the ball in the net outside of Anthony Edwards and Karl Anthony Towns is the other dude that you're looking at to put the ball in there? Who else do they have?
Since you gave me a fraud
Nas
alert,
I will
Reed.
say
Nas
this.
Reed off the bench has been huge for them
Every
too.
time
That's a big guy.
Every time that Golden State has lost in the playoffs,
It's usually,
what's the
like you
last-
said, turnovers.
it's turnovers, and on top of that, they key in on Steph because the rest of the team ain't hitting shots. I don't think they're going to have that issue this year. I think those guys playing younger has gotten their confidence. I think Jim's going to hit his shots. I think Clay off the bench, if he's hitting his shots, I don't know. If he stays with this, I don't think it's going to be easy. I think
This Golden
whoever they
State
play is
team
going to be
looks
tough.
a lot like the 2015 team.
Before their first one.
Yeah, the first
Before the
chip.
But
It has a lot of
They don't have
similarities.
Iguodala, but I see what you're saying.
They're missing Iguodala. They're missing a David
Well, I
Lee.
guess Kaminga could be that Iguodala.
But-
was Iguodala there yet? That was
Yeah.
Harrison
2015?
Barnes. Yeah, they did have him too. They had
Yeah.
both. And then
Yeah, they had a lot
they
of
switched
depth.
it up and then they
they were about
Vet
9
depth.
deep at that time.
and Barbosa. They had
Barbosa,
guard
Sean
depth.
Livingston.
They had interchangeable players that can play multiple positions. They had, the difference is Andrew Bogut gave him the 7-footer who could control the paint, still make good decisions. Yeah, Looney's a solid player. Who else you got? Who else you got?
Looney don't even get no burn. No
Who
more.
else you
That's
got with
crazy, too.
size?
Yeah, he just-
Because now they're starting Draymond at the 5,
Looney to, I don't know.
'Cause
Yeah, I don't know.
Looney gets
I
no
think
burn, man.
with
and that's what hurts them.
if they're hitting shots, which I believe this new lineup, we got to see what's happened with Clay. But I do believe that
First
they're hitting
game
shots.
played 35. Oh,
Yeah.
First game.
Off the bench, if he still like whatever going on in his mind, if he got it together, if it was whatever it was, and
Yeah.
he's back to being him now. Listen, man, you can't key in on Steph in the playoffs like that. Because they're going to burn you up.
Yeah.
Them 2 times they played the Lakers in the playoffs, they keyed in on Steph because no one else was doing a damn
But I
thing.
do agree with you on Wiggins. Wiggins got to be more productive on offense and he need to get his confidence back.
When they
'Cause
won the
Wiggins
ship,
would be another
Wiggins,
player.
Wiggins was the only guy other than Steph that was balling.
Yeah, he can give them something.
Off
He
the
look like a
because
whole
he
different
off the
guy.
bench too now, right?
No,
Nah,
Wiggins
he
start.
He start.
Yeah.
So it's him, Kaminga, Steph,
Draymond, Steph,
Jimsky, and okay.
Yeah. Because Draymond starting at the 5. Meaning
Kuminga, the 4.
all they do is 6'7" and a 6'2" and a 6'3".
I guess to Sean's point too, it's the depth. I think that might be a little bit more. Cause who's off the bench now? Well, Chris Paul, Klay Thompson. Who else you got?
Looney.
And Looney, if he ever sees the floor again.
Listen. They play Denver, or if they play Denver or they play LA, he's not seeing it. Period. He will.
But
His
you-
jersey
but
will be hung
the
right
thing
back
is,
up right after the game.
You have to play Looney because those teams are significantly bigger than them. See, small ball works when you making shots.
And the other team's
But
big
them
man
other
is
teams-
not a force on offense.
But
Anthony
do
Davis.
you take away?
Jokic.
Do you hurt them where they like? Do you want that to be their Achilles heel? Because like now you got to play Draymond at the 4. Now the shooting is going to suffer from that. So now you have a person like Steph getting keyed on because you're like, okay,
This is
you only
why
on the
I
3
mentioned
shooters
a
now instead of
player
5
like-
you usually have.
This is why I mentioned a player like Laurie Marketing. They should have tried to get Porzingis. Those guys are 6'11", 7 feet. They can stretch the floor, but it gives them size and their offensive threats.
That's who I thought was going to go there instead of
Those are the
Boston.
team. That's
Porzingis.
those are the
I
kind of
thought they
players
were
that
gonna do
I
that,
think the
but
Warriors
they didn't
need to still run what they want to run. Well, now you got 5 guys who can stretch the floor. You got to respect all 5. Yeah, Draymond ain't the shooter, but he can make a shot from time to
Him
time.
playing a
He'll
5
make
with
key
Porzingis playing a
shots.
4, that'd be something else to see.
And that's the thing with them having lack of size when it comes to matchups like Denver, when it comes to matchups like Oklahoma, because Chet is gonna give them work. They can't. There's no one on their team can stop Chet Holmgren at all.
Yeah, Chet Hooper.
We ain't even talked about the star on the team. They can't stop Chet.
But
They're
we
in
know
trouble.
SGA is getting 30.
Yeah,
exactly.
No matter what, he's getting 30.
And SGA can guard Steph. They don't have to focus their offense on him because
No one
he can guard him.
Steph.
He gonna make some ridiculous shots. We need him to take a lot of shots because you live with a 35-footer. What you don't live with is him getting to the rack, getting
And
guys
one.
easy buckets.
Who's going to
His
stop
floater.
him from getting to the rack or shooting a 35-footer?
I want him shooting 35-footers. Yeah, shoot as many.
Listen, 4 years
35-footers.
ago, Steph, maybe 5 years ago, Steph. All right, maybe you have an argument.
No,
This
this
Steph?
Steph. I'd rather this Steph be shooting 35-footers than him getting wide open shots for Steph and wide open shots for the rest of the guys.
What do you think? I don't know. I don't want Steph.
That's
shooting.
that's not a recipe.
You
to
can-
win.
Yeah. What?
What, 35-footers?
No, I'm saying for the Warriors to win. That's not a recipe for them to win. Him just shooting.
Yeah, they need. That's what I'm saying.
That
I
ain't gonna-
want Steph shooting all the shots because
can be
that means
hot,
the other
that's
guys
fine, but-
aren't getting in the
If
game.
Steph is taking all the shots, scoring all the points, you're going to beat them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
When
that's
Steph is getting
insane.
to the lane, and now I got wide open guys,
Because that's
he
the
gonna
one thing-
find the wide
that's
open
one
guy.
thing, even when they were
Now it's a
at
problem.
their top, they used to have those nights where they would just be like, they trust they. I get it. They trust they shooting. You should, but it's
Yeah.
like, bro, the paint is right there. Y'all can go like Steph. You can go to the lane.
Why Iguodala was
But
important.
I don't think they're going to
Why
keep him out the
Andrew
lane.
Wiggins when
That's
they
not
won the
my
last
point.
championship?
That's not my
I know
point.
what you're saying. Yeah,
But
yeah.
that's a habit that they had.
Yeah.
Even when they were really good, they would do that at nights, and it's like you're gonna lose this game because y'all just want to shoot all night.
Yeah.
It's like how Boston does a lot.
Yeah, live
That's
by the
Boston's
three, die by the
major
three.
problem
It's
right
like-
now.
it's
Is
like
they,
they're
they start
literally-
jacking, it's a wrap.
It's like
Yeah.
they're literally like live by the three, die by the three, and it's like, yeah, but you have more. You have more to this than
Got a
that.
whole bag of
And that's
whole
not
bag of
saying
tricks
that's
and
what
you
the
using
Warriors
one.
were, but I'm just saying they had those nights where they relied too much on that, and it would be like, bro, y'all get this together. Like, what are y'all
Yeah.
doing? We get it. We know who y'all. Everybody respect the Smash Brothers. We know what time it is,
Yeah.
but you can win this game and get points up in other ways. Y'all are that good.
So you think there's
That's a habit they always had, along with turnovers. It's just like those two things always just shoot them in the foot. You be
Shoot
like,
yourself out the game, and then you giving easy buckets to other teams.
because they, to me,
Recipe for
I look at
losses.
them. They're one of those teams. I feel like there's high IQ stuff, and then it's like they go away from the high IQ stuff, and you're like, this. What is this I'm watching? Like this is stuff.
Yeah.
Atlanta do. Like this
Yeah.
ain't.
Like when they're on, but when they're off, they're way off. That's the thing with Golden State. They have a lot of this. When they hot, like you said, they can beat anybody. When they not hot,
I gotta
You
see
lose to
I
Detroit.
gotta see you beat them. I gotta see you beat them. I'm not saying that
Well, they
it's
got
not
beat last
possible.
year.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just saying, like,
But
They want-
but the statement you made though, you said you got to see them beat them,
Right.
And we seen them be beat last year.
yeah, well, hasn't the same team beaten them?
The Lakers beat them last year.
Right? When didn't they beat them the year before?
Wasn't
that?
it 4-0?
before the championship? No, it's 4-1.
When who beat who for the championship?
No, I thought
the year before Golden State won, they didn't even make the playoffs. They was in the lottery. That's
The
how
year
they got
before that,
Wiseman.
yeah.
every play-in they've been in was the Lakers that beat them. It was the 2 times they've been in a play-in, right?
No, that first
They've
year
only been in the
they-
play-in once.
and they lost that. They lost that play-in, but then what? They won the championship, and then last year in the playoffs, they lost to the Lakers in the second round. They should have lost to Sacramento. The Sacramento tricked that up in the first round.
Got you. So it was the play-in
Yeah.
one time, and then the Lakers beat them the second.
They
But it's
experienced
both
beat-
times it's been the Lakers. Like the play-in time
The
was the
play-in was
Lakers.
the
They
Lakers.
experienced beat
I
them
think-
dudes.
Yeah, I was about to say. I think LeBron got Steph's number.
He should. He should have never had the number.
You know, but
So
again,
you got them as the upset, the sleeper.
So
I
he
do.
apparently
The Warriors?
we got the Warriors.
I got them as a sleeper.
I can see it, but I think a lot of things have to go right for them to sneak their way. At least
Somebody
to
will get in.
Now, they might upset
The
somebody in the.
Clippers.
I believe they'll upset somebody in the first round, but to see them go to the finals or go to the Western Conference Finals, it's going to be tough because they're going to end up with a matchup that doesn't favor them. If they get Minnesota, they'll beat. I think they can beat Minnesota in the first round.
And then you have to deal with.
But if you
Denver or
get
Phoenix.
Oklahoma City or you get Phoenix,
I
or you
love-
get
What do we
go,
think
or
of
you get
Phoenix?
Denver.
Speaking of them.
Those aren't good match. Those are not good matchups for Golden State.
Speaking of Phoenix,
Phoenix getting Yusef Nurkic was a smart decision because it gives him a big man.
Okay.
You got a bunch of dudes behind the big three that aren't making a lot, but they're contributing a lot. That's
Hold
what you
on.
want.
Final thoughts. We gotta close up in a second. What you saying?
Puka Nacua was wilding at the celebrity game.
No, but Phoenix.
He was wilding at the celebrity game.
Phoenix. Bradley Beal has to get healthy, man. If you can see a 70% Bradley Beal of what he was in Washington, Phoenix will be a tough out for anybody
I
with
agree.
their big three and Nurk in the middle. You know what I'm saying?
Because I think after that move, he ain't been there, but that move was like, man, what they gonna look like? And now,
But
they're
he never
not-
get a chance to see it
You know
because
what I mean? It's like the Brooklyn thing all over again. It's just like
But that was Kyrie's choice. He didn't want to get vaxxed.
it's like we didn't see that. We didn't see that big three on the court, and you're just like,
And then you expect him to win a playoff series, and then you make excuses for Kevin Durant's toe being on the line for why they didn't beat
against
I
Milwaukee.
think
Boston
the real
was
question
wild.
is who's coming out the East.
yeah, who's on fraud
Are
alert in the
you
East?
really
Well,
all in on Boston?
No, I never.
Can the Knicks not be the Knicks?
they've gotten better, but right now they're banged up.
Because it's funny
But they
because
got
every
help.
year Miami seems to steal their way to the finals, but they're never a team that people talk about. I don't see Miami,
You got them beating Cleveland.
but they. but here's
You got
why:
them beating Cleveland.
because Cleveland finds a way to lock up.
Well, we gonna see.
Yeah, we'll see.
And-
We'll see. But not to cut you off, but no, that was it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. You said the East is wide open, man. We
With
got those
Embiid
two-
injury, that
Yeah.
opens it up because it was always Boston, Milwaukee, Philly. Any order that you want to put it in.
Right.
Embiid's gonna be out a while.
The West is gonna always be the West. It just always pans out like that. So we'll see. But yeah, man. Any more final thoughts before we close up for the day, fella?
The second half of basketball
I'm
gonna be
gonna lose it,
interesting.
Leonard.
Second half basketball, what court? Go ahead.
Basketball is gonna be interesting. I don't
Absolutely.
like the fact that no moves really were made of any significance. But the teams are what they are.
They are who we thought they were.
I'm expecting a couple
let
upsets,
him off the hook.
but we'll see how that kind of plays out.
Gotcha.
I hope the All-Star game's decent. And
Absolutely.
I was not allowed to mention someone that plays for the Rams. That's
I
a rookie
cannot
wide
deal with
receiver,
this
so
guy.
I
Go
won't.
ahead. Go
I won't.
ahead.
I won't. I didn't.
We appreciate you. We appreciate you. Deontay.
I got lost.
He a fool, bro.
Oh man, Milwaukee got to get it together for my original projection, to come to fruition. But with that other guy coaching, it ain't looking too good. And I don't understand the Pat Beverly trade either. Why would you get a
Yeah,
guy
why
that
would
Dame really hates and you put him on the team? How did that work for the Lakers when you put him and Westbrook on the same
Yeah.
team, and then you end up trading both of them?
Who's in charge there? Seriously.
I just.
Doc Rivers.
God.
I'm ready to start over. Blow my whole squad up, blow everything up, and let's
They
just
got Pat Bev like
Y'all
go
was
get
too
Robert
young,
Sacre.
man.
But yo, we
Robert
talk to
Sacre.
y'all next time. We out. Peace.
Later.